with little hands.
What are you doing?
A teddy bear face. And the cutest sounds. It's easy to see why people fall in love with raccoon cubs.
Of the belly.
How can you say no to some baby raccoons? They must have been about maybe 2 to 3 weeks old. They could barely hold their head up.
However, looking at them is one thing. But raising them...
We didn't know what we were getting into.
That's something Chris never thought he would do.
He told me about the raccoons, they were going to drown, and he picked them up.
In fact, he didn't know anything about the wild animal.
We didn't know about any kind of dangers or anything like that. We're just like, they're cute little animals. We're not going to let them die.
As the weeks went on, the cubs got older. Before he knew it, the cuteness was still there, but their mannerisms were changing.
They started getting more mischievous and more, the wild sides of them started coming out. They'd crawl into their trailer, they'd crawl into the neighbor's house, they'd go into the walls and stuff.
Even becoming aggressive.
It made me nervous. She bit me a couple times, and I was concerned she'd nip at her, too.
He didn't know that they'd be violent. The other thing he didn't know, it's illegal to own a raccoon in the state of Utah without a permit.
Raccoons are not native to Utah, and they are not a protected species. There can often be citations, and there often will be citations, most of which are a Class B misdemeanor.
Despite the danger and legality of it, the Division of Wildlife Resources says many Utah families keep raccoons as pets. A recent encounter sending a 5-year-old boy in Uinta County to the hospital for emergency surgery.
A little boy, walking through a field, and his neighbors had a pet raccoon, and the raccoon came up and, kind of attacked him, started scratching him, biting him. The raccoon ended up actually, puncturing one of his bones.
Hi, baby.
The wild nature eventually led Chris to release his raccoons back into the wild before something like this could ever take place. Still, DWR says these bites are a reminder as to why you should never own one in the first place.
The raccoon that bit that little boy did have to be euthanized. The people that had it owned it illegally. Now, if you do want to own one legally, you have to get a permit through the Department of Agriculture. However, they're pretty tough to get. They typically only give them out if you're using the animal for educational purposes. Elle Thomas, Fox 13 News, Utah.
High schoolers may get some extra sleep under a new proposal.